Hello there, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm back again. The other one went a bit silly on me. Something came up. Anyway, I'm back, and like I said, I'm answering questions about my YouTube. So if anybody's got any questions they want to ask me about my YouTube site, by all means, I'll do my best to answer them. So, any viewers out there want to ask me any questions about my YouTube, by all means, fire away. I'm only too pleased to try and do my best to answer it the best that I can. If we got new viewers out there that just started viewing my channel, please subscribe and hit that like button and leave a comment and what you think of my videos. So, has anybody out there got any questions for me about my YouTube videos? What you think of them? I'm open to any questions anybody wants to give me about my YouTube channel. I know my YouTube channel's not based on just one subject. That's because, like I always say, what you see is what you get. So, like, I'm open to any questions you want to ask me. And that, like, I don't know. What do I think I'm going to do? And that, what am I going to settle on? And what subject am I going to settle on for my future YouTubing? Excuse me. Yeah, like basically, so I'm open to any questions. So if you want to put a comment below or at the side, wherever it is you can make a comment. Debbie, hello there. Have I done any more designs on my stones? Not as yet. What I've been doing is finding some more stones, and I've been painting them white, and so they've got a surface white, and then I can either draw on them or paint them. If you've got any ideas, like, you know, roughly, I mean, I'm not a professional artist, so as you probably noticed from my previous ones, but I will have a go at it, and then you can give me your opinion on what you think. Yeah, that's basically it. No, I haven't at the moment. Like I said, I've been thinking of a few designs, but not as yet. I haven't actually put a design into action yet. I found like I don't know. I think it might be Arthur stone, but it's about this long, and it's sort of in. It's like the base of it's been broken off, and then you've got the oval shape of it, but it's sort of long. It's about this long. So I was thinking of trying to paint a caterpillar, turn it into a caterpillar or something like that. Or I don't know. I was thinking, yeah, more of a caterpillar. Design for that stone, but like I said, I'm not an artist. I'll just do what I can, and yeah, and I do it because I enjoy doing it. And yeah, yeah, I had noticed that there are a load of what's names. There are a load of videos. There are a load of videos on YouTube about painting stones. So maybe I should, I don't know, take up a different subject, a different hobby, something different. I'm not sure, but I probably will keep doing the stones, making little drawings on them, and then like putting them up on here. But I might see if I can pick something unusual. Uh, do something like that. Uh, yeah, she was in a lot of pain, and then she had to take some painkillers. She's having a lay down at the moment, and then to see if the pain can ease off. And I will do that, Debbie, no problem. Yeah, and also, yeah, I will remember that. Brody, welcome to my live feed. Do I have any other hobbies? Um, yeah, I do. Well, I did start one, metal detecting. I got these little metal detectors. They're only small things, and but then I'm not a very tall person. And I was thinking of taking up metal detecting, but then got told I can't do it in my local area, and not without permission from the council. I mean, you can't do it at beaches unless you get permission from the council. You got to get permission from everywhere nowadays just to metal detect. There was an hobby I did take up, and I don't know whether you've heard of it. It is pretty common. Well, it's pretty common to some people, and it is on YouTube as well. I tried a bit of luck on magnet fishing. Hmm, it's an idea. That's more photography now, isn't it? Uh, that was something that Michael wanted to do, and it's photography. I mean, she's got a group on Facebook called Kelly's Photos. Uh, and so what it was, I was the one that did the videos, and Kel was the one that did the photos. So she used to take pictures of churches and places, sunsets and things like that. Unusual cloud, unusual settings. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's photography, but it is like an hobby. I mean, photography is an hobby. Um, until you take it up seriously and professionally, then it becomes a job, and it no longer becomes an hobby anymore. It becomes a job. Oh, right. Yeah, you can see, I mean, basically, I did some live videos on my group. My group on Facebook is Georgie's Live Video, and I did some live videos on there on Facebook for quite a while, and especially when we had the first lockdown, I did some videos of doing my garden. I did videos of indoors. Believe it or not, I even did a live bingo game video. Uh, yeah, yeah, doing live bingo, which was like with a few people that used to come onto my live feed. I did a few videos when we were on lockdown, but I did them, excuse me, on Facebook. Uh, yeah, I think so. I don't think, no, I don't know if our YouTube page is on Facebook. I think we've got our YouTube sort of separate from our Facebook. But she has got a photography one on Facebook, which is called Kelly's Photos. And you'll find that you'll see all the pictures that Kelly had taken, because she uploaded them to that group. And like I said about my group's for the videos. Videos of me doing my garden when we had the first lockdown. And then, yeah. Okay, you're more than welcome. I'm sure Kel would accept you. Okay, anybody else got any questions they want to ask me? And about my YouTube videos? Or any questions that come to mind that you want to ask me? By all means, I'll do my best to answer them. As long as they don't get too personal. Anybody else out there want to ask me any questions? Mm. Also, oh, hello. What do I think about the lockdown? Well, that's actually a good question. And I will do my best to answer it. What do I think of it? Be honest, I think it hasn't changed. I mean, as far as I've heard, we're supposed to be on a harder lockdown. And now we're in tier 5 in this area. And I just can't understand why some places are still open for business. And there's still loads of people walking around without no masks. And going into shops and that without masks. As far as I've been hearing, I can only go by what I hear. The COVID has risen, to a higher number of people that's caught it. I was told a rough number. I think it was in the 400s. That was just in the Burston area, as far as I can make out. But in the Essex area, I think it goes up to, I don't know, over 1,000. Yeah, I had noticed that, especially when you go up to the till. And like, you put your stuff on the till, you're distancing from that person in front, but then you got people behind you and sticking their stuff right next to your stuff on that thing and they're right behind you. Maybe like they're maybe about a foot or two away from you. And you think, oh, should I move forward? And I can't move forward because the person is at a safe distance in front of me. And I've noticed, like I said, also by the till, not a lot of people are wearing masks. Now, when I'm at work, we always wear a mask. And when I go into shops, I always wear a mask. And because I think that it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, but my opinion on it is it doesn't feel like a harder lockdown. I mean, I think they made it harder when they've done the first lockdown. When was it? Back in March 2020, last year. Was it March area? February, March area? I think it was around that area. They did, they put us on a furlough. Furlough? Is it furlough? And for 3 months. We were out of work for 3 months. And we were still paid by them. And we were still employed by them. But just our building shut down for 3 months. And that was on tier 1. And this is what's not making a lot of sense to me. That was on tier 1. We were all out of work for 3 months. Went to tier 2. And shops all started opening again. Markets started opening again. People walking around. Some with masks, some without. like basically like it was just gone back to normal or going back to normal. And then we went to tier 3. And like everything was just being the same. Some people were respecting the mask bit in the shops. And some people weren't. And then people were just going back in on tier 3. People were just going about their business. I mean, markets were open. Like I said, shops were open. This is on tier 3. Tier 4, and things did start to drop a bit, and we went on to what was it? You couldn't sit in restaurants, and on tier 4. That went on for what, until 2nd of January, I think it was, wasn't it? Something like that. Or was it 2nd of September? Might have been the 2nd of September or December. Or was it December? I don't know. I can't remember the actual date. But I know it was the 2nd of something. And then now we're on tier 5. And we've still got restaurants open, but like not to sit in, but drive-throughs and deliveries and yeah, there's a lot of drive-throughs and a lot of deliveries. Until we hit this tier 5, and we had walking people walking in and making their orders. They couldn't sit in, but they were walking in and making their orders. It was getting to a point where it was getting ridiculous. Like I say, now we're in tier 5. And it's supposed to be the hardest lockdown going. Yeah, which is a good thing. Yeah, I can understand that because apparently there was a lot of cases of COVID in schools. Apparently it come up and a lot of children were getting ill. And which was I can't. Another thing I can't work out. There's a lot of children without masks, and there's parents wearing masks, but there's children without them. They're not wearing them. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there are some children I've seen wearing masks, which is like basically what they should be doing. But there are some, and they're walking about with their parents. Their parents are wearing a mask, but like the children ain't. Big up the charity cup, eh? Hello, Joe. Nice of you to join my live feed. And I did come on at 11, but had a slight problem, and so I had to redo it. Hello, Riley. Nice of you to join our live feed. Well, why is that now? I mean, because there are children and infants catching COVID. and they're in infant schools catching COVID. Now, why is it that children under 12? Sorry, I shouldn't be asking questions. I'm supposed to be answering them, but like, I just can't work that one out. Joe, example, what are you on about? What are you on about, Joe? I don't understand. Yeah, which is good. I'll make you right there, Deb. And I think that they should be wearing them. I mean, if there's young kids, like basically in infants, catching COVID, then like I can't understand why aren't they wearing them. And no, it's like well, it's like basically the only time I get to go on here is when it's late. And mind you, no, occasionally I do get to go on in the mornings. And no, I'm not saying nothing about John on here anymore. And I think like he got embarrassed enough when I put him on there last time. And because he pulled me up about that. What? General Levy, mate. General Levy? The pain. Well, I don't know. There was one point on one of my live feeds on the other one, there, Riley, on my Facebook one, I had over, what was it, just over 1,500 viewers. And but that was that one. Anyway, come on, like basically, this is to ask questions about my YouTube videos. And I want to know what you think. What do you think of my YouTube videos? You can ask me any questions about it, and I'll answer it to the best of my knowledge, or I'll talk about it. All depends on what video you're on about. And Joe, don't go on about John's one. And while I'm here, I'll give a shout out to you there, Riley, and a shout out to you there, Joe. And I'm going to give a shout out to Debbie as well, because she asked some good, sensible questions. And there was one other. I can't figure it is. Hold up a minute. Brody. I'm going to give a shout out to you and all, Brody. And they're asking if I do have any other hobbies. Yes, I do. Which I told you earlier on. I used to do magnet fishing. And I used to do metal detecting in certain areas. But each time I find an hobby, and there always seems to be a snag, and that comes with it. So I need to find a proper hobby with no snags at the end of it. You're welcome there, Riley. No problem. So, anybody else out there got any questions they want to ask me? And you can ask me any questions you want, as long as it's within reason and not personal. Blimey, Joe, you can get some technical words, don't you? Do you know what? I took you for a comedian. But I don't know. I'm beginning to think you're a politician. My thoughts on, like, what's that? Thoughts on all the political situation. Political situation? I think they made a complete muck up. I was going to use the other word, but I didn't want to use it on here. I think they made a complete muck up of it all. And I don't know whether they understand what they're doing. Like I was saying earlier on, I mean, when we went on lockdown tier 1, and they shut all restaurants down, they shut all like non-essentials down, and for 3 months. Went on to tier 2, and not much different. Everything started coming back again. Tier 3, it was all back again. Tier 4, they started closing, stopping restaurants from having people sitting in. Tier 5, same thing. Not much changed. And which I can't understand. This is supposed to be a hard lockdown. Be honest. How hard is it? Most of the shops are still open. And like basically, and a lot of people are still walking about with no masks at all. And walking into shops with no masks. Even though there's a notice on each shop saying, please wear a mask. What's my favourite 3-course meal? Well, I don't know. In what aspect do you mean? I mean, like, basically, my favourite meal, I like spaghetti bolognese. And I do love spaghetti bolognese. But it's got to be the homemade type and not this frozen type you can buy out the shops. My missus makes a wicked spaghetti bolognese. Trust me. I suppose that's really my favourite meal. But if you're talking about our workplace, then like I like the Big Tasty, and as long as it's got no lettuce in it. I had one the other day, and they put lettuce in it, so I couldn't eat it. And but yeah, or the Chicken Legend. I do like the Chicken Legend, and I always like a cappuccino and the Millionaire Donut. Yeah, that's about it. It's got to be Chicken Legend, the Big Tasty, and the Millionaire Donut. It's about the only ones I like, really, at our place. As long as they don't put lettuce in it. Oh, what was your question? All right. Uh, thoughts on what's happening in America at the moment. Sorry, I didn't realise. I haven't exactly been keeping up to date on what's going on in America at the moment. I know, is it Trump? He's not president anymore. He got voted out, but he's fighting against it or something. But to be honest, I think Trump was doing quite well. I mean, he's done a lot for America. He started bringing America back on its feet. And he took a hell of a lot of criticism for it. Yeah. Yeah, that's about all I can really say on that one. And because I do not know a lot of what's going on. I did at one point, because I used to listen to quite a lot, but over the past few months, I've like basically just trying to find out what's going on with this like poxy lockdowns. And because I know it's happening all over the world. But it's getting, at a certain point, it's getting ridiculous. It's getting to a point, like, basically, I mean, if it's supposed to be a harder lockdown, then why ain't it showing that it's a harder lockdown? And because to me, I think the hardest lockdown we've had, to be honest, was in Tier 1. When it was at Tier 1 last year, near the beginning of last year. And where everything was shut down and like basically for 3 months. Now that I would have called the hardest lockdown, but this one, nah, I wouldn't say it's the hardest lockdown. And be honest, in my opinion, it's just my opinion. I think it's a joke. I think people like should understand that it's just a, like basically I don't know. I mean, is Tier 5 the highest tier in the lockdown? Or does it go down? Tier 1 is the highest lockdown. I'm confused on that because as far as I know, Tier 1, that was the hardest lockdown that we had at the beginning of it all. Now, that was a hard lockdown. I mean, you had to wear masks, you couldn't go nowhere. And in some places, I'm not sure whether it's France or somewhere, and if you left your front door without good reason, you'd be fined. And you do that more than 3 times, you get a prison sentence. So, like, basically, to me, like, I think that Tier 1 was like the hardest lockdown, trust me. And this Tier 5 don't even seem like it's hard. I support Arsenal. I'm an Arsenal supporter. As you can see, I'm an Arsenal supporter. Hold on here. Hold up. Oh, excuse me a minute, people. Hello. Eh? I'm on live. Oh. Alright. Alright, I'll be on my way. Right, people, I'm going to have to bring this live to a end. I need to help my missus because, like, she's in pain. And so, take care, everybody. And be safe. And like I always say, wear a mask. Okay, this is your friend, George. We're out of here. Bye.